recent interview last month was with QT Marshall himself. And this was a short segment, but I really enjoyed the pairing, and I would love to actually see like a legit match between these two teams. We got Austin Gunn, welcome back, in the Gun Club versus the Factory. QT Marshall, a lot of these guys didn't get enough time, and the quick little bit that QT was in the ring, obviously the crowd giving him the rightful boos and the moveset, and he impressed me when he popped up off his back, man.
Yeah,
and
dude.
Then I like the way this was booked. Obviously it fits leading up to All Out, where he's talking smack to Paul White and then gets a quick roll up and a surprise. It allows Billy Gunn, to not have to worry about in-ring stamina and all that. But I wanted to see some of the Camarado strength. I wanted to see some high spots from Solo. I wanted to see a diamond cutter from QT Marshall. So I think like this one down the line, this 3-on-3 would be great for a ultimate match, or even when you have a go-go return, put Paul White with the Gun Club, because in a 4-on-4 you could do something like that. So I think
booking by SPD is underrated on this show. I gotta say,
I mean that would work. A faction versus faction. And I think that way you can protect Paul White more, a little bit better, and things like that. And then you can help put a go-go over and QT Marshall over more.
I've been saying it. I mean, I've been pushing this, man. I've been pushing it from the minute QT Marshall versus Paul White like that was announced. The moment that all happened, I thought, man, Anthony Ogogo against Paul White, that's the money. Anthony Ogogo against Paul White, that is the money. The king of the knockout punch, Paul White,
punch versus knockout punch,
going against the governor, the man who's an Olympic boxer who was leaving people crumpled up, lying in a heap in the ring. That's the money. And talking to QT again, QT Marshall, it's a lost art in wrestling, folks. When people hate you, that like they hate QT. This dude knows what he's doing, and honestly, I love it. I love how he trolls everybody. I love how he does not give two craps about anybody's opinion of him. I love that. And I think that he's going to get a rude awakening and All Out, but I would love to see a returning. I know.
I had to text you guys. I stopped at a stoplight and I'm like, oh, it just came to me. A returning a go-go would make so much sense, because you have, like you said, the punch versus punch. And that way you can really elevate a go-go's finisher and a go-go's strength and a go-go's Olympic history, being able to put down someone like Paul White
of that size.
Paul White is going to win the match, but ultimately the Factory and a go-go stand tall. And so that way, the whole card isn't filled of high spots, but this will be a high spot for us because we know how we feel about a go-go in the Factory and Marshall. So I hope it happens, man. I hope he's ready to come back, and I hope we see him in Chicago.
Yeah, in the back of my mind, I'm really hoping, like, man, if a go-go makes that return, dude, like people were like really kind of low-key viewing a go-go as the baby face in that feud against Cody. And I think that would be a bigger pop than you think, SPD. The Dynamite Download crew would be popping for that moment. But if a go-go makes his return at All Out, I'm telling you, the governor would get some real cheers from that crowd in Chicago, because that boy can go. And like you said, man, a go-go. Like you said, if you have him put down Paul White, it will only launch that guy into the stratosphere. And here at Dynamite Download, we are firmly behind the Factory. I've been pushing it from day one. I'm glad SPD and Bonds are on board. QT Marshall knows what he's doing. This crew is better than people give them credit for, folks.
You need to get that bowling shirt pressed and ready, man. That'll be a nice road trip shirt.